One of the best things that Joseph Pilates wanted us to do was to apply Pilates in everyday movement. But how do we do that in a functional way? So all you need, as I'm traveling, is just a chair. You can do it in the comfort of your living room. And I'm just doing this. Now, you might think that that is kind of, okay, I can do that. Well, can you do that in your 70s? Can you do that in your 80s? My mom can do it in her 90s. It's getting a tad slower. But the more you lift your leg and the more flexion you have here in your hips, the better off you'll be to maintain the gait of your footage so that you can go up and down stairs. Today is functional movement. So let's just take a hinge point of view. I want you to face your chair. Your feet are about as wide as the legs of that chair. Your hands are behind you. Notice that the lateral plane is being used. I'm not going forward. I'm not going back or flaring my rib cage, but I'm going to hinge right here. Going to stick that tail way out there and exhale, pull up and in to come back. Now remember, these 8 to 10 minute Pilates flows are easy enough for you to do every single day, 7 days a week, and it takes you 8 to 10 minutes in your very long day of 1,440 minutes. So keep that in mind. And to understand the hinge, and I'm just going to place my hands down, it's this hip crease right here. As the tail goes out, the legs are straight. That would be the inhale. The exhale would be to press the pelvis through to that neutral pelvis position. The next is the sit and stand, because you have to admit we all love to sit on the toilet. But my legs are as wide as my chair. I'm going to go ahead and sit. Even just tap the chair. Now if I'm going to actually sit, this has to be in this neutrality of my spine. Then I'm going to hinge, and I'm going to press, pull, pencil, and pause right here. So this works the entire leg, backside, pelvis, trunk. And most people don't understand the importance of this until they struggle to sit on the toilet or they struggle to get in and out of the car. And I'm going to do up to 10 of these. If this is simple for you, and this might be something an 80 or a 90-year-old might do, but maybe an out-of-shape 60 or 70-year-old, as I'm going to place my feet forward and require more of a lift here, and then I might be lifting up, and then I'm going to sit down. I'm not even going to look. I'm going to know where that is and sit back to that neutral position. Now, if that's bothersome to you, pull your feet in a little bit more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So we get to include the calf, and to some degree, a modified jump to really move the bones. And so we may even do a little bit more to that by jump training. Sit down, sit up, hinge forward, press, pull, pencil, pause, inhale. You know, and again, sit and stand for 10 times. But if you can add these progressive steps, before long, if you do it enough, you'll be putting them together. Right? Let's show you another really incredible functional movement, and that is getting back on the floor and getting up. So all I'm going to do is face my chair. From a real functional point of view, if you struggle with this, this is how you get better in practice. We set the right knee down. We set the left knee down. We go back to the left foot, press, pull, pencil, pause. Same biomechanical theory. Now the beauty in this, it's teaching me how to work certain parts of the hip and the leg and the butt and move that hip. This helps the lower lumbar area, the lower back, to be more functional and at the same time more stable. And I might do that 6 to 7 times, then I'll switch it out. So we'll take the right foot and press and rise. Down and down. So you see this right side, press, pull, pencil. There's my pause. Left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left. Let's do one more. Left, right, right, and left. So if we recognize this chair, and particularly if we sit too long in a car, we sit too long traveling, like what I'm doing now, and we can't help it, is I'll be doing this in the car. I sit up, my feet are wide to adjust to the hip width that it's now experiencing, and I front, forward, fold. We saw that movement right there, the neutral spine, and then we curl back up. So as we're sitting, it's very capable, we're very capable of moving the spine. You can also set your hands on your knees like I'm doing so. And I'm starting to drop my chin to my chest and roll up. Front, forward, fold. Here it is. That's the inhale. As I exhale, I curl up. These simple movements I'm showing you, I'm going to show you one more, are probably something you can do on a daily basis that helps you climb stairs, helps you sit and stand, helps you keep your hips and glutes very functional and stable. One more. Inhale to go down, and exhale, pull in, curl the tailbone, walk up the spine as I'm looking down so I can walk all the way to the top of my head. And one other thing that's extremely valuable, and it's part of getting down and up off the floor, and that is more of a quad and a knee stretch, because we get compressed when we travel so much. We get compressed when we sit too much. So if we recognize palms on the seat of the chair, walking back. And I'm going to straighten my legs, and my feet will be the width of the chair. I'm going to dip my chin to create length in the back of my neck, and now I'm going to inhale, and I'm going to exhale, curl. Inhale, exhale, curl. Inhale. So I'm doing a pelvic rock in a tabletop position. But I'm not going to stop there. I'm just lengthening the lower lumbar area, the lower back where everybody gets discomfort. I'm going to lengthen it as I'm pulling in the core here. And the last thing I'm going to do is watch how I lift my heels and I lower my knees in front of the chair here. Now, the further you can go back here, the more depth and flexion you'll get in your quads and knees. And inhale, you can always press into the chair, pull up, and straighten. So we're working on a lot of movement within the knee joint that so many people need as they move along in life. Inhale. See that beautiful hinge? Exhale, press, pull, pencil, and straighten. Inhale. You'll notice how you're getting stronger with this, trying to find all those different range points of the hip and the knees. And the wonderful thing about this is you have this wonderful opportunity. Let's just stop here. Look at the flexion in the arches of our feet. Look at the flexion in our knees. And if we sit back, we lengthen here. We go forward, we lengthen here. So we have a lot of great flexibility, mobility, and stabilization pieces to this. Inhale, here's my hinge. Exhale, press, pull, pencil, drop my heels, and come back. And the last thing I'm going to do is just to stretch out my shoulders, my arms. You can drop your hands, drop your chin to the chest. Inhale and articulate up, starting pressing with the feet into the floor, pulling the core in, and just walking up the lower back, the mid back, the upper back. Press those shoulders back. And thanks for joining me. You can do this every day. Give it a try.